Hello, everyone. It's Rob Zwicky, and I am speaking to you today about our new streamlined PD conference slash workshop request process. In an effort to make sure that our POs for registration get processed in a very quick and timely fashion, and also to reduce the amount of paperwork that our teachers have to complete. We have a new system, and we piloted it for the November board meeting, and we're now putting it in place for the December board meeting. So we'll have a different deadline this time around, in which until December 12th to submit. But basically, how you get to it, it's a Google form. So if you click on staff resources on our website, you'll see it says Professional Development Conference Workshop Request. And if you click there, you will see the Google form. Some things to note right here, we have outlined the procedure and just some important points. We ask that you fill out one of these for each person, not to do it as a group. In general, starting in the new year, we would like to have these completed 10 days prior to the BOE meeting. Also, it also lays out here the policies for receiving reimbursement for mileage, etc., and how it's subject to board approval. And I think the most important piece is the last one. If you are going to be attending any conferences, it's very important that as soon as you're done with this form, that you fill out an ASOP request so we can get you covered. So if you were to get this form, I'm just gonna fill it out like this: John Smith, and I'm going to, Smith, and I'm going to XYZ conference, and the location is in New Brunswick, and it's going to be January 1, 15. So we just ask you some easy questions. Here we ask you to cut and paste a link to the conference site. So I'm just going to put, let's pretend it was at Rutgers. Here we ask how it's related to your PDP. So, you know, our efforts at curriculum mapping and aligning to standards, really, or whether it's technology related or formative assessment related, any conference you go to will relate to your PDP. This is just asking you how it does. If you need a sub, you would click here. This is a crucial question where it asks, have you already registered online? If you have registered online, that's very important for us, because then you don't need to give us paper. You don't need to give us a paper registration form. If there's a registration fee, this is where you're going to put the address where we will make the PO out to. And this for us is very important because it reduces right now double transcription that's going on with our paper-based system, in which two people have to transcribe those forms twice. So this is where you would put that, the registration fee, and the estimated mileage. This is where you would enter the number of miles, so let's say 50 miles, and no longer do you have to print out the Google Maps mileage. You can just go to Google Maps, and I'm going to put Google Maps, and what you're going to do is you put the location of wherever your workshop is, and then let's put Vantage, and then this is going to produce routes for you. Once you select a route and you put list all steps, you're just going to copy and paste this, so you no longer need to print anything out. You can copy and paste that right in there, and that substantiates that. If you have overnight stay expenses, so this is asking you if an overnight stay is required. If it's not, you just write NA. If it is required, what would the meal expenses be? So you'd write NA for that as well. Here's what you put your total of all of your expenses, and then you hit the submit button. By and large, for 90% of our professional development request cases, that's all you have to do. And then the administrators will approve it off the Google spreadsheet. If you have to submit a paper-based registration form, once you've completed this form, if you click right here, it takes you to a cover sheet that you just print and staple any supplemental materials. If there's a paper-based registration form, and you just staple that and drop that in the inter-office mail to my office, and then that is the entire PD request process. Hopefully, this will make the process go smoother, POs will go out faster, and reduce the burden on our staff. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.